Hey everyone, you are watching Flutter with Alan, and today we are discussing about Dart fundamentals. In the previous lecture video, we will discuss about what are classes and objects in Dart. In this video, we just go through what are constructors in Dart. Okay, so initially, I like to define void main function. Void main function is the gateway of every Dart code. That's why because we using void main function. Before we use class, by using class we have to implement our constructor in this dot code. Okay, so I'll be just give the class name as mathematics and open the braces at here. This way how the class will be written. Okay, and I like to my task is to find the addition of two numbers. Okay, the two integer value will be adding and getting the result by using the constructor. Okay, so firstly I'll be implementing int data type. Int n1 is equal to at here int n1 is equal to 2 and int n2 is equal to 5. Okay, instead of the void main function we are just define the variable definition, two variable definition. Okay, so after this, by using function inside of the class we'll return or we'll return the addition operation. Okay, so I'll be just define int addition, open the braces, and instead of this int n1 comma int n2, open the brackets and return. Why we using the return? By using function we use the return keyword to what was the actual thing we have to return. Okay, so return n1 plus n2 like this manner. Okay, then after uh, instead of the void main function, the next thing is I have to print these are the two values. Okay, so I'll be first creating an object at here. The object by how we can create an object inside of the void main function by using the class name first. I'll be use mathematics and I'll be creating a new object name at here. That's the name I like to give. Mathematics is equal to new mathematics. Again we just use our class name. Okay, perfect. This way how our new object is created inside of the void main function. Okay, perfect. And we have to print. Okay, so how we can print our result? How we can print our result? By using print function, isn't it? So I'll be first define int a variable name I will be given as int result is equal to, inside of this I'll be just use what was the actual object name I have given above. I'll be just that same thing I'll be given at here. Put a dot and what was the actual operation I would like to perform. So I'll be perform an addition operation. So I'll be just give an addition operation at here. After this, put the parameters of n1 and n2 at here. Okay, perfect. And I'll be using the print function to print this above result. I'll be given a variable name. Okay, good. Perfect. And I'll be run my code by using the command line interface dot space what was the actual file name I have been given, put enter. The debug console will show 7. 2 plus 5 7. Perfect, the answer will get. And our core topic we are coming constructors. Okay, so firstly constructor is the first function when your object is created. That's the main definition of function. When your object is created, where I object created in my code, here it is, I'll be created. So when your object is created, then the first function when your object is created. Okay, here it is actually a function is found, but it is invisible. As a programmer or as a developer, we have to visualize or we have to do something by using the constructor. By implementing inside of constructor, we have to visibilize. So how can we visible? Inside of the class, I'll be write what was the actual class name I have been given at here, mathematics. That's the same thing I'll be writing at here and open the brackets, then open the braces. This will how the constructor is created. Instead of this, I'll be just printing this is my constructor. Perfect. Put a semicolon till the end. And I'll be run my code. It will what? How showing. Okay. This is my constructor and the value is 7. Perfect. The constructor will works. And how can we implement constructor inside or together with the two values I'll be adding? We can check it out. So firstly, by using constructor, I can initialize. These are the two values inside of the class. So I'll be just cut it from here and I'll be pasting these are the two values and I'll be just initializing by value 0. Okay. After this, a simple error will found. So by using constructor, instead of the void main function, we have to print something that the printing inside thing we doesn't need parameters. So I'll be just remove these are the parameters int n1 and n2. Okay, so instead of this we have to next define by using constructor this keyword. Where we can use this keyword? Just after this print we just define this dot n1 equal to n1. Sorry, n1. Why we use this dot n1 equal to n1? Inside of the classes, I want to or I need to access the current variable which I am in. Okay, that's why because we using this line. Okay, so the second variable, this dot n2 is equal to n2. I hope I'm clear. And the next thing is, after this, we have to add some values inside at here. A simple error will form. Why? Oh, okay. Note that there we have to write our values inside of these parameters. We can also remove. And I'll be running my code. There is the initial value of 0 will only display. Then the result is correct. So I'll be just clear and run my code. Yeah, perfect. This is my constructor. The value is 0. But the value is initialized. Okay. This is called default constructor. I'll be never or I'll be doesn't provide any values inside of the constructor. This is the constructor. Okay, this is the constructor code. This is the head of the constructor in this code. So I'll be doesn't provide inside of these brackets. I'll doesn't provide any parameters. So it is called default parameters. Next, I like to define a named parameters. How can we provide named parameters inside of the code? We have to provide many type of or many constructors. Okay, so I'll be next define a named constructor. So not like this, just provide mathematics then open the curly braces. It will not work. Why? It will I already used. Okay, I already used like this manner or I already used like this manner. Okay, so we can use a dot at there and I'll be just giving a constructor name as named constructor at here. It will work. This how we can implement a new constructor inside of our dart code. Okay, and I'll be running my code here. This is my constructor. The value is 0. Why this value is 0? in this line we just created an object initialization, okay, or we just created an instance at here. But we can work this code by implementing the two values inside of this. Sorry, not like that. What was the actual constructor name we have defined at here? That's the same name we have to write it there. So we just give named constructor. Okay, I wanted to initialize. These are the values inside at here. So I'll be run my code here. The debug console will show. This is it. Okay, 15. Okay, the value is 15, isn't it? So 12 plus 3 is 15. I hope you understand it well. Today, our discussed about constructors. It is little bit toughest topic. So if you have any queries or doubts, please feel free to ask to our comment section. Okay, see you on next video. Keep coding. Take care and bye.